I've been to 55 countries, lived in 5 continents. I have learned 5 languages and forgotten 4 of them. And everywhere I went, there were beautiful humans. And Egypt was no exception. It's the place in my heart where I became a new person. Thanks to, guess his name? Curly hair, big brown eyes, crazy smile like a 7-year-old where their teeth are all in the wrong place. Mohammed. And in Egypt, there's no such thing as a learning disability. The elite of Egypt would not allow their children to be classified as slow. So all of the children that weren't good at English were sent to my class, where I was the English coordinator. And I couldn't tell the parents, your son is dyslexic, or your son has a learning problem, or your son is just as like you, Daddy. The elite of Egypt would not allow a white woman to tell them that their sons of the pyramid's children are not as fast at learning as the other children. So there was little Mohammed, and he had the enthusiasm of a child on 16 coffees, yeah? Halloween candy, plus a little bit of cocaine. Every morning, Mohammed would jump into school, literally. Mohammed had no friends because Mohammed was so different from the other children. But the specialness of Mohammed, to not even notice how different he was, and he walked through life skipping with joy, not knowing how his life might be because of his differences. He had a learning disability. We didn't know what it was because there wasn't such a thing 18 years ago in Egypt. He was just special. And after report cards at the end of the year, well, first, I'll tell you another little story before I tell you what Mohammed said. Go back more than 18 years. I'm 8 years old. My grandmother is German. My mom is German. My dad is German. Ich bin German, okay? Socks and sandals my whole life. And in the German culture, anyone been to Germany? Right? Okay, my parents left when they were pregnant with me. In the German culture, there's something called tough love, directness. And my beautiful, short, curly-haired, kind Oma, my grandmother, she had never said an unkind word to me my entire life. She grew up in the generation during the war where you didn't complain, you just built, and you just did what was necessary. And so I knew my grandma supported, loved me, and knew I didn't make the bed very well, but she would pay me $10 a week to make my bed and put my shoes in the right place. And I did them like a Canadian, just like kicked them and threw them in. And then every day she would come after me and put my shoes the right way and make my bed the right way. And she still gave me $10. And what did I learn from that? I still don't make my bed, so that was a bad decision from her fault. And this grandma, who had never said an unkind thing to me my entire life. Is there anyone in your life who had been so loving and supportive and accepting of you? Yeah? Some of us have been blessed to have that person, my grandmother. And one Christmas, me, 8 years old, like Mohammed, full of life, liking who I am, not worried what my hair, my feet, my socks and sandals looked like to the other kids. I also wasn't very popular in Canada, socks and sandals, being this tall when you're 8. And it was Christmas, and the tree was lit, the lights were on, and I was singing my heart out, because that's what kids do. Kids don't know what they're good and bad at yet until we tell them. And I was singing, "Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas," like that. Have not improved in 40 years. I'm not 48. And my grandma, who never said an unkind word in the world to me, looks at me and says, "Wow, you really cannot sing, Jessica." And I was like, "What? I'm singing? What, there's rules to singing? There's rules to skipping? There's rules to what you have to wear, how you have to talk?" That's the day I became an adult and realized that you are judged for what you are not. And I stopped singing. Imagine Mohammed, me, your children, stopping to sing